Yeah, you know, some people might say, well, you're really overthinking everything on this boat. Well, maybe I am. You know, I guess I'm just one of those guys. You know, one of those people that likes, when I see something that can be improved, let's improve it. You know, I was a builder for most of my working life, and you know, I was always around the attitude of trying to make something work a lot better. And it's the same with boats. You know, I've mucked around with boats and kayaks, you know, forever, and I really enjoy it. You know. So what are really the main issues with this boat now that I think of? Okay. Number one, the tiller steering, even though it's great for the amount of room that you got in the boat and all that sort of stuff, gone over that in previous episodes, but for me, because you do have to travel some distances from time to time, it's become a bit of a contentious issue, and I'm thinking, you know, maybe I will actually go back to some form of remote steering without having to use a tiller. So my steering position is going to be like this, with my arm on the tiller. And for me, that is not an ideal situation because I do have issues with my back. You know, guys, ever done this before? You know, the tiller is right to the left over there, and you suddenly got to jerk it back because you're caught in the mangroves, and you pull it, but as you pull it, you actually accelerate because your hand naturally moves that way when you pull it across. Some of you will say, you're a dumb prick, mate. Yeah, you know, some people will say, oh, you know, that's a pretty dumb thing to do, but you know what? When you're, you know, caught up in the mangroves and you've got a fishing line in the water, and you know, and there's actually fish on it, and you know, things are a little bit like chaotic in the boat, things can happen, and it did, because when I actually pulled that tiller back, I accidentally had my hand on the accelerator, you know, because it twists, as you know, and we went, you know, in a direction where we didn't really want to go. And tiller steering can be tiring, especially if you got to fight the chop, because you're continually really having to redirect the boat, because you know, you get what's called, you know, prop torque. Yeah, and simply I actually like a steering wheel for direction a lot better, to be honest. So what's the other issue? Well, it's a 40 horse Yamaha, beautiful motor, just love this motor, but it's possibly a little heavy for this particular boat, because it is, you know, we already don't have an enormous amount of freeboard, and the two of us in the back here, moving around, fishing, whatever, doing like, the back end of this boat really sits down quite a lot. It's pretty ass heavy. This boat is pretty heavy in the ass, really sits down, and it's probably not a huge issue, but it can be an issue if you're actually out in open water, you know, say like even, you know, a couple of k's out, or even 500 meters out, doesn't matter. If you're in a bit of slop, quite easily get water over the back, and you know, water in the boat is not such a good thing. So we've got a fuel tank there, battery over there, we have the seats, and you know, they operate really well, and I've got the seating position over there, so I can easily look at my GPS and fish finder. So this is my seating position and height, where I'm sitting right on the I guess what you call the helm seat, and you know, I've got a reasonably good view out there, so from that point of view it's not too bad. However, there are a number of things that are of nuisance value. I've got 3 levels on the floor. This is 1, 2, and then 3. They are and can be trip hazards, so which is a point of a bone of contention, particularly with the boss. So I've got room there, so I can access the back of the boat to adjust the transducer. Same on that side there, where the fuel tank is, but it's all messy. It might be stored neatly, but it's still messy. And since taking out the rear seat, you can watch that in one of my earlier episodes, which I did last year. You know, I extended that side pocket to the back, which is very convenient, and there's a lot of stuff that goes in there. It's very handy. So I've got a panel over here, for light switches and stuff like that, and this box over here, which was an extension for the casting platform, has like a drawer top there, or sliding box where I put tackle and stuff like that. It is convenient. Yeah, so there's no issues with this boat getting up on the plane or anything like that. It travels beautifully, but I think I'm looking for a little bit of extra buoyancy in the back. So what does that mean? Well, watch the next few episodes and I will show you what we're going to be doing. It's going to be pretty cool. Anyway, stay tuned for the next episode, because yeah, there's a few things in planning stages at the moment, which will radically change the whole boat. I am thinking about just starting from scratch again. Catch you on the next episode. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.